Hello, and welcome to my continuing adventures on the PTS server. This is Buccaneer Bay. It is a new house off of Stros M'kai. Um, it is very like piratey themed. They've got some really interesting features, including these dwellings that have basically a ship on top. Um, which really makes for a very unique sort of building. Um, the center building is the tavern. I ripped all the decorations out of this. I actually built my own thing, but I did want to take a moment to show you what the tavern looks like. Um, it's kind of just there's no separate rooms really except for one. It's just the multiple stories, um, sort of tavern. Yeah, not an inn. Um, and then if we climb all the way up, we actually end up in the ship itself. And then up here, you've got what's as close as a private room as you can get. And it's got a little overlook up on top of the ship. So it is a very interesting building. I'm sure people will do fascinating things with it. Um, I was a little disappointed in this house, sad to say, just because it really wasn't my cup of tea. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be. This house is for other people. I still wanted to show it to you guys and give you an idea. Oh, it is cool. Ships sail past all the time. So that's fun. You get to see the ships going past. There's a lot of the buildings here and the buildings up above that are not actually buildings. They're not actually there. All of these houses, you can't actually get into them. They're just facades. Um, that was probably my biggest gripe with this one. There are ladders to get up on these lookouts, but it is literally just a ooh, you know. It's a lookout tower. I do like this one comes down onto this area. Probably one of the most interesting buildings here is this one, and I planned on decorating it. I ran out of decorating space, um, but it's got little built-in shelves, and it's got some windows, and I like how it curves around. Um, Probably one of the most interesting insides of a building, but I ran out of space before I got to it. So we've got this little area here, and we can climb a ladder to get up to this lookout. And then there's a little ladder here, and we can get up to the lighthouse. I originally, when I was decorating this, thought we couldn't get up here. I was very irritated. I'm like, how dare you give me a top of something and not let me see it? But I was wrong. I was wrong. You can see it. And then you've got ramps and such to get all the way up to the top of this. But again, you've got what's left of a ship up here, what's left of a ship there, but you can't actually, there's nothing inside. Like, you can't actually get in. And there's windows that suggest there should be an inside to that, but it won't let you get in. This just sort of leads off of to nowhere. Nothing, but so that's this side. Yep, we take the short route. So now let's go over to the other side because that's the side I decorated. Really should have done this side, but oh well, live and learn. So this side, this is all when you, if you purchase it decorated, this is all decorated outside. Everything has tons of furnishings and sellers and everything on the outside, little merchants. The dock is all covered in crates and stuff. They really went all out, and there's nothing inside. So I kind of switch that around. I do have a little fabric here for sale, but this is the Port Reeves office, so I decorated it. I love these new lamps, the Fargrave lanterns. I can't wait to use those on everything. And we've got some more little houses. Now this has a new fun feature where we can lock these houses so that you can't get into them, which would have been ideal if I had decorated the other side and the central building. But I decorated them instead. I didn't realize you couldn't lock the other buildings until it was too late. So here, see, it's basically just a rectangular room. Kind of rough floor, rough ceiling. Not real great features, but still give you some idea of potentially decorating it. There's two more of these little houses up here on this level. This is the fun one. It has a little hollow here for like a fire, and it's got some little built-in bookshelves. I just ran up onto the table. That's hilarious. That table is not supposed to be that low. There we go. It's got some little bookshelves and this little nook here. And then it's got another little nook here. You'll notice though, no windows. There are windows on these buildings, but not on the, not that you can see from, look, there's a window right there. But none here. This is the last of my little dwellings that I furnished. Kind of tried to keep them sparse. So I added that stairway because I was dumb and had misseen this. There is actual way to get up here, and then you can run around, but again, you can't get into any of these dwellings. There's this, goes up, there's this ship, you can run around in. You can come down. All around here. But you can't get into any of these. So it's sort of like, okay, what's the point of giving us all these ramps and all this stuff if you're not going to let us get in? Oh, I will say, I love this because it's going right along with the ship look. Look at this with a little bit, and then why is it necessary? It's really cute though. Okay. So I built my own thing, which I'd already mentioned, but still built my own thing. I did leave this access here, so you could get up into the ship, um, or over into this. But again, there's there's no access to those actual buildings there, so I built my own thing here. And I went with Fargrave because it matched. It's really the only red guard building furnishings. And here are those same grates that they used in the Knight's Den. I've used them here to decorate everything, and give windows. I think being able to see out them to the ocean is much better than them just randomly being grates. But I can't wait to see what other people do with them. They're so pretty. So I got our little, somebody's having a feast. Dinner table, little wine bar area. Got our kitchen back here. Our little library and study area. Nothing but ocean view. Well, and wrecked ships out there, but that's beside the point. And we have our little balcony here, so we can enjoy the old dead flipped over ships. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what I was thinking. Should have put that balcony out in front of the building, but I didn't. So, upstairs. Not me getting confused. Should slow down and walk too. It would go better if I was walking. Little courtyard area with lots of sofas to sit on. There's also, I made this crazy like garden. So I've got sofas to look at it. And then we've got these rooms. Each one with their own view. So yeah, this is where all the furnishings went. Because I figured this is what people would do. They would want to build their own thing. This is the big room. Just went silent, sorry. Um, just enjoying the view. And of course, you gotta have your bath with a view too, right? Isn't that how that works? So this place definitely has potential in terms of building, and I'm sure lots of people do amazing pirate um, places here. I mean, it's what it's set up for. Um, but I really look forward to seeing what other people do with it. Bath back here. Tried to give each of these bedrooms some real personality. That one was a little wonky, a little weird, but I don't care. I was dealing with the whole these walls are too long. And then this final one. This is the other really fancy one. Sink. The shower. Study area. And then again, the lovely view. A lot of seabirds in this area. I was surprised I didn't end up with any of them flying through the house that I built. Because they did seem like they were pretty low to the top of this. But a laugh if it turns out they're stuck in the foundation I built here. That's awful. That's an awful thought, even if they're pixelated birds. Well, this is the Buccaneer Bay. It's kind of a longer tour because there was a lot of exploring the empty before we got to the build and the decorating that I did. But I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Um, and like I said, while this house wasn't exactly my cup of tea, I know other people are going to do really crazy, fun things with it. And I look forward to that. Um, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. I have several more videos to go, so on the BTS. So we're in for a long ride. Buckle up if you have the time to watch them all. If not, thank you guys so much for watching this one.